Hey there, what's going on? It's Jason Lucchesi, and welcome to the No Flipping Excuses YouTube channel. I am so excited that you're here with us. I'm alongside Mr. Jason Palliser. How's it going, buddy?
It's going well. I'm excited to talk about our topic today.
Yeah, so am I. And before we hop into that,
let's get our hands dirty.
If you have not become a subscriber yet, make sure you click that red button below. Become a subscriber. If you are back to the channel, you are a subscriber. Thank you so much for being a supporter of the channel. And if you enjoy this video, make sure you click a like. We really would love that. And I'm sure you're going to want to drop a comment at the end, especially with everything that we're going to be sharing today. So let's hop into it.
Okay. Don't do any Tom Brady stuff at the end. I know your game.
Oh, man. Tom's watching this right now. He might be coming out of retirement, and he's going to go play for the Rams.
I'll kneecap you. Okay. Anyways, moving forward.
We have that on video, by the way. So CNBC, they came out with an article here recently. A U.S. recession would be good news for markets, strategists say. So what's your take on that, Jay? Because I know from the last recession that we had, the big recession was 2008. And for a lot of people, investors, it was pretty much good for investors, but we saw a crazy high unemployment rates, which, you know, they didn't really say the right number on that, but I'm sure it was probably 50% unemployment rate back then.
Yep.
And that's also when skyrocketing numbers from appraisals just a couple of years prior started declining drastically. They tanked.
It was bad, right? It was,
yeah, exactly. Boom. Yeah, they went down.
And we were both in banking, so it was bad. We're like, we would get, hey, we would love to do the loan for you. And we cross our fingers when the appraisal came in.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
At rough. That time, it was brutal. It was rough. It was like getting destroyed in the Super Bowl in the last like 60 seconds. It was nasty. It was like Janet Jackson nasty.
Janet Jackson nasty. That's right.
So, you know, in this article, and we'll share that link below so that you can have access to it and you could check it out for yourself. But this one, U.S. consumer price inflation eased to 4.9%. I don't think inflation's at 4.9%. Do you, Jason?
Yeah, I call BS.
I think it's
still
okay
to say on the YouTube
I think it's
channel
still double digits.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, YouTubers, I see YouTubers always swearing, dropping F-bombs and stuff, but we try and keep the show a little family friendly just in case Tom and his kids are watching.
Like I said, it's the last time you're going to see this guy.
But I don't think inflation is in the single digits at all. Gas prices are still high. Mortgage rates are high. Debt ceiling is
out of control.
I don't think anybody could see the top of the ceiling there. I don't even think there's a ceiling.
Yeah.
So it's a little nutty right now. So I think inflation is double digits for sure. I would venture to say 12 to 14%, just going off of some of the statistics that we've seen. So with that being said, the recession that happened back in 2008 was obviously really good for investors, bad for, you know, regular consumers. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say, can I break that down a little bit?
Yeah, go ahead.
I agree, but disagree a little bit. I agree for the most part. It is really good for real estate investors because in a recession, you know, things tighten up. Like you said, interest rates go up. That's a recipe for disaster for a lot of homeowners. So investors can come in and offer options and profit handsomely while trying to help out homeowners that are under tremendous pressure. But certain investors it did affect. If you were a flipper, if you were flipping properties, and by the time you do just a light renovation and you're in and out in 60 to 90 days and you put it back on the market and you thought that you were going to sell the house for 400, now all of a sudden you're selling it for 350 and the market continues to go down and there's higher interest rates. So people can't purchase as much. You see where I'm going with this, right? And so all of a sudden
people were getting wrecked. I remember, and Mike, poke your head in really quick so people could see that, you know, there really is a Mike. Oh, there he is.
There he is.
So
look at that guy.
Mike and I would go to people's houses that were served notice of default, a mortgage foreclosure judgment. We would go talk to these folks.
Yeah.
Some of them were real estate investors that got in way over their head. They thought, hey, I'm going to watch this show, flip this house, and I'm going to go rehab all these houses. A lot of them got foreclosed upon and they were about to lose their primary residence.
Yep.
And we had to do short sales on all of them. So yeah, investors right now, there's a little bit more hesitancy in the market because of what happened.
Especially if you've been doing it around. Look, if you're just getting started and you've been consuming our content, and we're here to help you be a sharper investor. So we're glad that you're here. Subscribe, like, leave comments. Tell us what you want to see next. Okay. Tell us what you want to see next and we'll do that. But what I can tell you without a doubt was when all that stuff was going on here, I got caught on one, just so you know, I got pinched. But for the most part, as an investor, you're solving problems. So get ready, folks. You're going to be solving a lot of problems for a lot of people, and you can get some really good real estate deals into your portfolio, right? But if you're looking to flip, be careful. Like if you don't mind, I'll tell them one.
Yeah.
So I had one that I was going to flip. All in. I think I was all in at like 200, and I put it on the market for 275. It was on Wyoming in St. Louis, Missouri, and the market was shifting while I was fixing it up because I mostly did wholesale and I had some rentals, and I was like, you know what, I can flip a house. I'm a banker. I got the money. I can get funding for it. Let me give it a shot. And I thought I was going to make 60, 70 grand. And while I was fixing it up, I saw prices going down. I'm like, I feel a little weird inside right now. And so by the time it was all done, it took a little, everybody, the drill. It took an extra 2 months to get done. The city stopped us and all this other good stuff and said, you got to do it this way. And so it took longer, right? So we ended up putting it on the market, and 30 days later, the market's going down. My realtor's like, oh, all the days on market are going up and up and up. So then we adjusted it. We adjusted it to 249.9, trying to be cute. We all know that's 250. And so I had an offer come in. At 219. And then minus all the commissions, 7% commission, it wiped it down to where I was going to break even. And I was like, I am offended. How dare you make an offer like that? Shame on you and your entire family. And I didn't take it. Hey, while you're learning, stop for a second and get the book, The Art of Flipping Deals. Here's how easy it is. Just go to the website, theflippingbook.com. And what you're going to have is an instant download on how we flip deal after deal after deal with predictability that others can't find. Fast forward another 60 days. I'm like, I'll take it. Please, I'll take it. And I was literally losing money on the transaction in the face. What I ended up doing was a lease option. I lease optioned it and release optioned it 2 other times and ended up holding it for, I think, 8-9 years, and then sold it and ended up with a profit because the market came back. But my remedy was changing my exit strategy. And if I wouldn't have done that, I would have took a loss. I would have took it in the shorts and I'd have been salty about it. And, but in today's marketplace, is a recession good for investors? By and large, the answer is unequivocally, categorically a yes. Lots of homeowners are going to be under a lot of pressure. You need to be ready to talk to them and solve their problems. Yep. And the only thing I would say is if you're looking to buy, fix, and flip, then you need to get it at a much deeper discount. Not saying that you shouldn't flip in this environment whatsoever, but you need to get it at a deeper discount because by the time it could go down another 5-6% in your marketplace that you're in by the time you get the rehab done and put it on the market and you're ready for showings. If you're doing other strategies, then it is absolutely smoking time to be an investor because you can get deals cheaper right now, especially if you're going to keep them for cash flow. Yeah. You don't care if you buy it and it goes down another 10% over the next 18 to 24 months and then starts to rise. Why would you care? You're not selling it, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So now's the time to sharpen the sword and get ready to roll.
I would highly, highly agree with that. And one of the things that out of nowhere, I wanted to see where HUD Home Store was at as far as inventory. Jason, what do you think it would be at for the state of Indiana? And just to give you an idea of where it was at, like around 2010, 2012, we would have like close to 400 properties on there. What do you think it's at in today's market? At the time of us recording this video?
250.
17. So 17 properties are on there right now. So here's why I'm telling you that, because that's kind of a frightening statistic. I believe those numbers are going to go back to 200, 300 plus, probably within the next year. Minimum, I would say minimum year.
I'm surprised it's that low.
Yeah. And you'll start seeing the uptick, I believe, in about a year, possibly 18 months. It'll start increasing quite a bit more just because of the frightening default statistics that we're seeing today. And we're going to cover that in another video with the steady increase in the notice of defaults that people are being served. So with that said, on, the recession coming, I would highly recommend that you start paying attention to sites like HUDHomestore.com. You start paying attention to your area. It might be a Liz Pendens in your area, depending on the state that you live in, that they get served, which is a mortgage foreclosure. Mm-hmm. Or like Indiana is an NOD, a notice of default. That's where the bank has filed a mortgage foreclosure judgment to be placed upon the property because they want to get paid.
Hey, Jay, can you repeat that website so that we want you to listen? Don't just listen to the video and consume and say, hey, good knowledge. Put this into practice. What's the website you want them to start following?
It's HUD Home Store.
HUD Home Store.
Yep, HUDHomestore.com.
And now, can I add one wrinkle to that? And
as many wrinkles as you would like.
Okay, perfect. So here's what I want you to do. You follow it and you track the trend. Find out how many are listed on there in your area that are available for sale right now. And then we want you to check it every 30 days. If you see that number all of a sudden jumping and growing, what does that mean to you? I'm taking what he said and putting it into something that you can sink your teeth into. If it starts jumping and the number's going up and up and up, that means there's a lot of opportunity coming into the marketplace. Okay. And with higher interest rates, that means you can get deeper discounts on properties because now all of a sudden there's lots of inventory and you get a lot to choose from. So as a buyer, you're in the catbird seat. You're like, well, look, I got plenty to choose from now. Before I had to kind of make a decision. There was only really 17 to choose from in your example. So pay attention, follow it, just check it every month. Just put a reoccurring appointment on your calendar so that you can say, wow, you know what? It's tripled. Something's going down.
Yeah.
Foreclosures are coming, the tidal wave's coming, and you be prepared to get deeper discounts. And when there's lots of inventory and you're one of the few buyers, then you get to cherry pick.
Yeah, this is new. So I would highly recommend every 30 days checking it, just like Jason said. That's a great idea. So continue to monitor that. Now, the other thing too, as we wrap up and we go into a close here, get together with your local real estate agent. They will be able to search for you properties that are in a pre-foreclosure stage. So there's the opportunities compared to 2008 compared to now. You could go into it with offers already done from the bank. So the bank could have already said, hey, we approved this short sale at X dollars. So you could go in and already know what the bank is looking for on the property. If it doesn't work for you, then pass. Go on to the next one. But that's what I did when I first got started, is I was doing short sales. I was going down to the county recorder's office, pulling the NOD file, and then I was mailing out. I was door knocking. I needed to do stuff that was lean and mean. So I did all of the letters myself. I printed them off, wrote on the envelopes, did the stamp all myself, printed it at home. You don't have to do that. You can use one of our resources if you want over at reiprintmail.com. But I'd also recommend going out door tagging and door knocking. It's a great way. Get out in your community, see if you can help these people.
One of our clients,
it really helps.
Yeah. So I'll say this. One of our clients used the door tags that we suggested. We've tested 150 of them, and he was 30 years in his IT job. And one calendar year later, he came back to a refresher training that we had.
Oh, Greg.
Yeah, Greg. And he goes, dude, I quit my job. Thank you. And he made north of over $500,000 just doing the door tagging technique. Yep. Do not think for 1 second. You're going after distressed properties, okay, and distressed assets. Do not underestimate the power of tagging the door. We get a 20 with the particular note that we put on the door that I'm talking about. Yep. And if you want more information, just let us know. Drop a comment, hit us up. But 20% response rate.
And that's crazy, folks. 20% response rate. Just go out, tag the door knock, see if those people are available. If it's a vacant house, maybe they've already left. Make sure you grab that address. You do a skip trace. Go to fastpeoplesearch.com. You could pull up their information, give them a call, and see if you can help them. By you helping them, it'll drastically change their situation for the best, and it'll help the whole entire community out. So with that said, if you enjoyed this video, you found some value from it, click that red subscribe button below. We would love to have you as a channel subscriber. Make sure you give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and drop a comment. Drop a comment below. If you go to HUDHomestore.com, let us know the number of properties that you're seeing in your area too. Is it low currently? We would love to see those numbers. So
we would love to. Yeah, I'd love to know the numbers.
Let's compare data. So go ahead, do that. Drop a comment below. Let us know if you're starting to work with real estate agents too that are finding you pre-foreclosure deals. If you would like more training from us on us showing you some of the tips and tricks that we use, drop a comment below. We would love to hear from you. But on behalf of Mr. Jason Palliser and myself, we will see you on the next video. Take care. Bye now.
See you guys.
Hey, book your free strategy session call today by going to 2daycall.com. That's the number 2daycall.com. We'd love to talk to you about how we're tapping into 34 plus lead generation off-market strategies in your market. Most of them too are free. Let's talk about it. Let's see how we can help you and your business thrive right now. Head on over to 2daycall.com. Talk to you later. Bye.